We're all constantly surfing the web, and the way how we do it affects our mental clarity much more than we actually think. For some reason, modern browsers, despite having all these fancy updates, skip the bookmark management and treat it as a second-class citizen. That's why I built tinypad, the clean and organized launchpad for everyday browsing, the perfect replacement for bookmark management systems forgotten by all the modern browsers. But before I show you how does it work, let's just have a look at what we have in Safari and Chrome as a default bookmark management systems. I really enjoy keeping things organized, so I created all those folders and stored the bookmarks there. The folders sometimes have subfolders, and this whole interface for me is just a pure mess. Obviously, on top of that, Safari does have a tab groups and iCloud tabs, and actually it's the only one feature that I find useful. It's really nice to have a quick way to quickly jump on a web page open from a different device. However, for me, it's all just a graveyard of bookmarks that I will never open again. And when we open a start page in Safari, it's not really organized the way I want, and it never was. Also, for some reason, Safari are constantly missing the 5 icons from the favorite websites, and honestly, it's all just a pure mess for me. It's chaotic and it's absolutely disorganized. What I want to have instead is an ability to see all the bookmarks I use the most in one view. In the Chrome browser, it's mostly the same. It's just the folders in the tab bar, and good luck trying to find something that you actually need right away. And from this exact pain point came for me the idea to create tinypad. Let's see how it works. You need to log in with your Google account. In the future, I will add more signing in options like an Apple account and something else. For demonstration purposes, I'm starting fresh here. And you will be presented with 3 options of how to start using tinypad. You can choose from the templates, our curated collections of bookmarks, that definitely will be expanded in the future. We plan to add all the common websites and at the same time some non-obvious choices. Or you can export your existing bookmarks from Safari and import them to the tinypad right from here. But those 2 features are the Pro plan, and for the starter plan you can only create the group and start adding your bookmarks manually. Let's start with all the templates and see how it looks. And here is it. This is the basic default view of tinypad. So bookmarks are divided into groups and all visible at the same time in one single view. You can navigate to the website from here, or you can copy the link to the clipboard, which is very useful if you constantly need to send someone your links. However, if you don't need this function, you can just don't show copy, and then you quickly navigate to the website if this icon distracts you. The main design principle behind tinypad is clarity and cleanness of the interface. Everything should be minimal, organized, and easy to read and access. If you don't like this animation though, you can disable it. I like it a lot, so I keep it enabled. Now for adding new bookmarks. You can quickly add a bookmark from here, or you can create a group. For example, news. Group appears on the screen and you can start adding bookmarks there. If you go to edit mode, you can add the bookmark right from the group. And you can highlight the most important bookmarks. Now for the edit mode. If you want to spend time organizing and reorganizing your bookmarks, you probably want to lock the edit mode so it's not being switched off after you make your move. You can drag and drop groups and bookmarks. You can move bookmarks into different groups and highlight them. You can obviously edit the bookmark, or you can delete the bookmark. If you want to delete the whole group, tinypad is asking you to move your bookmarks to another group if you wish so. For example, like that. Then your wired bookmark will be added to productivity. When you finish the main organization, you probably want to auto-close edit mode, so it's not distracting you when you add bookmarks individually while surfing the web. Now for importing the bookmarks. You can import your bookmarks from here. You just need to select the file that you exported from Safari or Chrome and upload it to tinypad. You see that 76 bookmarks were added alongside the groups. tinypad keeps its structure. And if you want to see more groups in the same view, you can specify how many groups you want to see. For example, 12. You then see that all your bookmarks were added. And you can proceed with your organization or just use it as is. Same for the Chrome. Now for appearance, styling and customization. tinypad provides a quite comprehensive list of customization options. You can underline your group titles, you can specify the size of your bookmarks, you can choose the radius for the individual bookmark, you can choose the background, and you can select the font that you like the most. I like to keep my tinypad minimalist and techy, but not so much, so Axenium is probably my choice. And for the size I go for medium with the small radius. Of course you can use the dark theme, it's up to you. In the daytime I like my theme to be light. Now for the interesting part, how to actually integrate tinypad into your daily web surfing. Go to the Safari settings and set tinypad.app/mypad as your home page. I set to open new Safari windows with home page and to set new tabs open with empty page. Because when I open the new tab, I like to be straight up into the Google search. Another beautiful thing about tinypad is that it can completely minimize and declutter amount of tabs you have opened at the same time. For example, if you find yourself on a tab that you don't read anymore, just go to the home page and it will be your tinypad, which means that this site will be easily accessible in the future and you don't need to keep it as a tab, as we all were doing in the past, because we expected that sometime we will need this tab, but it never happens and we end up with the absolute mess in tabs. Now it's over. Same goes for the Chrome, and the obvious beauty of tinypad is that all your bookmarks and your home page is completely in sync between all the browsers, because it's the same web page. So for the Chrome you go to Settings, Appearance, and you can set your home page to tinypad.app/mypad, same as you did in Safari. Also on a startup you can open a specific page, which is tinypad, and then when you launch Chrome, tinypad will be opened as your initial starting point for web surfing. We decided to keep the account page quite minimal now. It's just the amount of your bookmarks and groups, your plan, and ability to log out. Now for the plans and pricing. tinypad is a one-time purchase, no subscriptions, no long-term commitments. You just get everything all at once and 2 years of updates are included. So you get unlimited groups, bookmarks, you get templates. This collection will be growing significantly. You have appearance, style and themes that we also plan to expand a lot. And you can import bookmarks from Safari and Chrome. We will add more browsers in the future. On a blog page, you can see the discussion about tinypad coming from different sources of internet, and I will be happy if you join them and share your thoughts. If you have any specific features in mind, you can request them directly from the website using the contact form. tinypad is very early in its journey, and to celebrate the launch we are giving 50% discount for everyone who is supporting us on such an early stage. Use promo code tinypadyoutube on checkout and get 50% discount. Go to tinypad.app and start using it today. It's tinypadyoutube on checkout. Thanks a million for your support and interest in tinypad. I hope this little project can declutter your web surfing and bring an order into the place forgotten by modern browsers. Bye and see you in the next one.